Voila! Hello, 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 and welcome to the Enchanted chapters. I totally didn't memorize that. I can't believe I had to think about that. It's literally written on the spines. I'm an idiot. The Enchanted chapters Otter and Olive Shiny Notebook collection. As you can see, I have looted the dungeons, one can say, and come out with some shiny prizes for my wall of notebooks that I definitely will use one day eventually. Don't think about it too hard. Now, I'll be candid, there is one notebook that I did not get, and that was the green one, I think it's the archery, I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's the archer one. It's this bright green with an arrow on it. I thought the arrow decal was really nice, but just the green and the material just didn't vibe with me a bit too much. I don't know. Maybe I've just been on the internet for too long, but I don't particularly want to touch grass. And of course, one other thing that you may notice if you're watching this on YouTube instead of watching this on Twitch is that there is people talking in the corner. You might not be able to read it very well because I'm dog water setting up OBS, but there are humans there. Because I'm actually streaming this live, which is really weird. It means that my dear bestie will be suffering more in the edit. Thank you for your sacrifice. I adore you. I will not deflate your man's bum. I will beat you. With that little soliloquy out of the way, you may have noticed I did use a not part of this collection thing as the cutaway gag, so to speak, to help transition from A to B. And that is, I got my mitts on the A5 dot grid planning stencil. So it's exactly what it looks like. Basically, each section is specifically measured to go along by a 5x5 dot grid. So, for example, this bit is 10 by 12, or this is 2 by 9. And 5 by 5 is more like 5mm by 5mm. So essentially, you can look at this like 10 by 12 is 5 by 6 centimeters. And man, it sucks to be you if you go by the imperial system. And of course, you've got nice little hexagon, a star, a circle, a couple of flag decals, some lines, circles like that. And it's just really good for, I guess, plotting out stuff on your Bujo if you don't want to think too hard for 2 seconds, which is nice sometimes. Because, I'll admit, as someone who started out Bujoing going hard and fast, like every creative, I eventually hit the, you know what, I'm just going to use my highlighters, do a couple lines, and call it a day stage. As you can see, the box has got a preview there to give a feel. So I remove it. Let me get it off, actually. So, you obviously, it's clear. So, removing it from the box means that you can't really see anything. But, yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's a decent plastic. Yeah, I think it's just going to come in useful. I didn't get this for aesthetic reasons or anything. I mostly just got it because it would be really useful. That's it. It's just something I'd been eyeing for a bit as a useful tool, and when I had the pleasure of having my birthday a month ago, that birthday came with a 10% off coupon. And y'all know me, I'm cheap, so, coupon. Coupon won the argument that day. Some say the best things should be saved to last, and others say the best things are the smallest things, and I say the smallest thing is the easiest to grab on this pile. So, alright, first and foremost, we have the memo pad. And, ooh. Oh, that feels nice. Ooh, let me bring it up nice and close so you can actually see the texture. Because let's be honest, there's some stuff that you just gotta see with your eyeballs to be yeah, that's the stuff. Look at that. That's got that good crinkles. It's like it's slightly rough. Like it's kind of got a similar feel to like extremely fine grit sandpaper, but not in a bad way, if that makes any sense. But it's like, yeah, it's got a really nice texture. It's not like too smooth. It's not like uncomfortable to the touch. So like this is it from the side angle. So what these are 120 GSM little dot grid notepads like that. Bring it up close, you can actually see the dots. I do have a couple of these, like in a literal sense. This is the third one I have. I don't get them all of the time because usually each collection will release one, and I'm fussy in that like I'll only really get them if they have the leatherette covers. Just because if I'm gonna get a cotton fabric cover, nope, I've got plenty of paper, like kind of in case. I might as well only get the ones I want. All in all, absolutely gorgeous notepad. 10 out of 10. All right, next in line. Okay, so this next one. Now, this is the first time that I've actively gone out of my way to purchase an A6 book from one of Archer's collections. It's not the first A6 book of Archer Knowledge that I have. I have the 2 A6 books that came in the Christmas box, which I use as continuity books, actually, for my novel, Welcome to Gehenna. To anyone who is a writer, I would really recommend getting a continuity book. And another thing I'd recommend as well is it depends entirely on your writing style, because some of us write on the move or write wherever, some of us write in very stationary places, for example, desk only. It depends on your setup, what you prefer to do, etc. So I'd really recommend getting the kind of continuity solution that works for you. If you are a PC-only writer, for example, you only write in one place, it might not be a bad idea to either have a small book on your desk or have some kind of digital note. If you're someone who actually goes like around and like I write wherever, I write on my phone, I write on my computer, I write on my work computer, cough cough. I write wherever, and I like having physical, tangible notebooks in order to see my continuity without cluttering up my screen. Basically, I would recommend not getting anything bigger than a traveler's notebook, honestly. The smaller the better. Like, I think my scene draft continuity book is a Notebook Therapy Travelers, which is a little smaller than an Archer Travelers. And my prose continuity are Archer's A6s. Thus swinging us right back to the thing that I'm flinging in front of a camera like a madman. Alright, so this here is the first A6 Archer Knowledge notebook that I actually got standalone on its own, not as part of a big box full of cool shiny stuff. And this here is the Pocket Dragon Spire A6 notebook. So you absolutely bet that I got the tiny shiny notebook of the Notebook Dragon. Look, I understand I'm cringe. You will never take that away from me. Alright, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh shit. Damn. Okay, that's cool. Look at that. That is so cool. What the fuck? Oh my god. Look, it's rainbow. I thought it was silver in the photos. It's rainbow. Oh my god. Look at that. It's rainbow! That's sick! I love rainbows! Oh, I didn't think it would be rainbow! Oh, I thought it was silver! Oh, I'm even happier! Look at that! I mean, oh, there's nothing on the back. God damn it, you can't win everything! Oh, duh, whatever. It's rainbow, I'm gonna take my W. Look at that! Look, even the spine's rainbow! Oh my god. Okay, that's nice. I mean, I don't have the biggest mitts, but that's the size of it next to the small hand. It's small. It's an A6 book. And this is the Alright, so the internals are pretty simple. So I haven't gone over the top with the internal, but the fact it's rainbow shiny, I'm pretty content. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting it to be rainbow. Oh, that's delightful. And I will admit, this particular design works incredibly well in an A6. It's just such a cute little notebook. I mean, it's so cute. I gotta admit, like, this is probably one of my favorite designs from Archer in a long time. Like, I've loved, like, a lot of stuff. Like, I've loved a lot of stuff that they've made. And I've whinged to high hell about a lot of other stuff they've made, but this is like, this particular one is just really nice. Like, I knew I would like it, but I will admit, this is definitely one of those you will like it more in person. I was not expecting the rainbow. Oh my god. I cannot stop looking at it. That castle, man. Just like, look at the castle. Just, I can't bring it close again. Look at that. Look at the castle literally glittering in the light. Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. Siley, look at this! Look at this! It's rainbow! With a dragon on it! And it's purple! You can't lose. That's a great book. That's amazing. That's a god tier book right there. That's so no complaints. All chips and biscuits. Oh, that's a good one. Massive props to whoever designed that. I would like to consensually and in a very platonic way send you a bouquet of roses and say, dear God, thank you, your designs are gorgeous. All right, so on to the next shiny notebook. Now, this is the only notebook that I've got in this group here that's not actually part of this particular collection. And that's because this was actually part of the Black Friday sale, but by some miracle, the Aussie resellers decided to snap this one up, and I actually really wanted them to do this. So this one is the B6 Black on Black Wonderstruck, but in white paper. And that is this one here. Ain't that edgy? Alright, so this is the Black on Black Wonderstruck. So, it's got this beautiful black foiling on top of black. I think it's like black buckram. It's like a cottony style fabric. So this is like the corner. Of course, there's nothing on the back, but this design's always kind of had that. But like, there's just something about this design in black on black that just looks really nice. Because like, if you look really closely, it's a celestial design. So you've got, a lot of stars up there. You've got a bunch of stars and clouds there. Keep going down, you got more stars and nice borders going along, but something about it being black on black just really works. And the best part is, like, even though the edges all have this gorgeous opalescent black foiling going on, the pages are actually white, which makes it a lot more useful than the black page version that I have in A5 that I got like a year and a half ago, because they only released the white versions a few months ago. Been eyeing it for a while. So it's like this gorgeous dark opalescent. But like, I love how it's got like the dark opalescent edges that opens up to white. I don't know, just something about it just tickles my brain. It's like, oh, it's so pretty. And I love like the dark, like opalescent stars and moons. It's very galactic. It's very gorgeous. All right, now for this next one. So this next one is the castle in Travelers. So this particular one is the reseller only edition. And basically what I decided to go for instead of going for the Green Archer one. Because basically every time they do a collection, they will do a reseller only design, which is simple, but I'll be honest, sometimes it's actually more tasteful than the books in the collection itself. So, this here is the Castle Traveller Notebook. Come on, focus. There we go. So let's get a better look. So I'll bring the thing a bit close. There we go. There we can see it a bit more. So it's got that same little castle decal, which you'll actually find in the corner of the rainbow dragon. So you'll see it's the same image. It's just a solo image this time. Makes sense. It's a reseller only. But like, it's a nice like grey blue. It's it's A5 length, but it's shorter, which is what I like about these Travelers books. They're actually really good to keep on the side of the desk, because when you open them up, so I'll show you the inner side. So, oh, okay, I like that. They're actually not that big. They like open up to a square, pretty much. And so if you want to keep something on the side of your desk, I'd really recommend Travelers notebooks if you don't want something smaller like a B6 or a Pocket/A6. So like, this is the book that I'm actually using to track Gehenna's chapters, and trust me, I will run out. I'm going to go through 2 travelers over the years. I'm certain of it. So, like, to give an example, this is what, like, a basic spread in this book it is. So it's a to-do list for me to do, and then when I finish the art, I'll print it out and put it on the side. So this here is representative of the first chapter of Gehenna, and it's basically saying that I've done everything except for the audiobook chapter, which is still on the to-do list and has been since I moved into the new place. All right, so first up, here we have the A5 Dragon Spire dot grid notebook. I'll admit I really wanted to get this in blank, but unfortunately the Aussie reseller decided not to have it in blank this time, which sucked. Would have loved to have it as an art book, but you know, a man can compromise. And so without further ado, here is the A5 version of the Dragon Notebook. Ooh, it's somehow shinier. Look at this. Oh, that's nice. Oh my god, look at that. That's so cool. That's so pretty. Like, in comparison, this is the little pocket one next to it. So it's the baby version. So I got the big version and the baby version. But, like, I gotta admit, like, the baby version's really, like, I really love it, but this one's got a lot more room to breathe as well. Like, they both have the same but similar strengths, if that makes sense. Mommy and Babby, yes, you're right. So, of course, we've got blank, big old nothing on the back, which kind of sucks. But then we've got the opalescent spine going on, so I'll actually get nice and close so you can see it. So it's like this really nice, like, almost hilt-like design with this gorgeous rainbow opalescent foiling on top. And then, of course, you get to the front and you've got this really, really gorgeous, like, Victorian-esque trimmy fantasy trim going on. Even, like, the little details there, like, got, like, little stars and dots over there. There's even, like, stars around the dragon. And they're, like, if you look closer, they're like, proper stars as well. And then you got that gorgeous dragon flying through the sky. The oh my lord shiny castle. Then you've got some mountains and the trees embossing, all with this gorgeous opalescent frame. Like, damn. I think it's safe to call this one pretty sick. It's like, between the two, yeah, I think I like the little one a little bit more as well. I do agree with you there. Like, something about the narrow design just captures the elements a little bit better. Whereas this one's got a little too much room to breathe, but regardless, both are still stunning. Like, actually, like, really good. Like, huge props to Archer. This time around, they really, really hit it off. Damn. Alrighty. Next up, we have a box that looks identical, but that's pretty normal with the A5s. This is the A5 Treasure Map Notebook. Now, I have seen all of these designs in advance. Obviously, I bought the books. So let me tell you, for those who haven't seen it, if you like cartography or, say, Dungeons and Dragons, you might find this particular book kind of appealing. I thought it was really cool when I first saw it. So without further ado, let me introduce you to... I'll put this in the middle, actually. The Treasure Map Notebook. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this here is the Treasure Map. Now, as you can see, it's like they've got the grid art. It's very like Atlasian style border. Got this gorgeous fantasy map of an island. Okay, but like, not gonna lie, the topography is not too different from Mount. And then, of course, you've got this gorgeous ship going through the middle, and of course, these gorgeous waves, and even a compass as well to add up. Like, it's very... Yeah, like, this is one of those ones where, like, other sizes either felt too cramped or too widespread, but this one in particular looks really nice. I like, really more proof that Archer and Oliver are going above and above this time around. So we caught that in the front. This here is the side, so it's a pretty simplistic side, but honestly, it doesn't need to be too detailed. Got a little compass in the middle. and then just lines up and down again. And then they put shit on the back. And I'll admit, this is cool. Actually, I think this is actually really good. I really like this. It's simpler than the front, but it's not kind of nothing. If that makes sense. Like I like that they actually bothered to put something on the back of this one. I'm getting the feeling with this collection they're kind of experimenting to see where the sweet spot is, whether like they got to go all the way out or partially up. But like this, at least, like there's enough detail on the back of this book where it still feels like a luxury book. Like it doesn't feel like you flipped it over and went, oh, they forgot the back. So basically, you got the same Atlassian border, then you got this cool little anchor. There we go, to get it close so you can see the design, and then you got a mirror of the waves on the back as well, giving a simplistic back that still kind of mirrors into the front and kind of helps give you that full book feeling, if that makes sense. And of course, you flip it over, and this is the inner cover, an absolute torrent of waves. So I'll get closer so the highlight's not completely blocking it. So it's a gold highlight, and look, it's just an absolute sea of waves. Now that's a pretty sick inner cover. That's cool. That's a sick inner cover. And of course, we've got nice binding at the top. Yeah, this is like a really nice, like, I love like the rough vegan leather feeling as well. Like, oh yeah, yeah, I could kiss that. Amen. Like that is a really nice inner cover. Proper hats off. This book is just really cool. All right, so this next one we're doing is called Books of Beauty. Now, the Books of Beauty one is definitely, like, obviously compared to books A and B, and D, as you will see shortly, this is definitely the second simplest book in this collection. That's not to say that this is an incredibly simple book. That's to say that the dragon, the compass, and the knight are all very detailed books. So in comparison, and comparison alone, this one is simpler. But that means it's got a little bit more room to breathe. And as such, let me reveal unto you the Books of Beauty. Look at that. It's like this nice, like, serene vibe going on. All right, here we go. So this here is the Books of Beauty. So it's got this gorgeous, like, brassy style pattern. So I'll get close so you can see it. So these gorgeous, like, thorned roses going all up around with these decals surrounding the starry center, followed by a stack of books with differing spines and a cup of tea all alongside. This is the book for your reader. If you like reading journals of any kind, or writing or anything of the sort, this is a book that might very much appeal to you if you give a shit about being thematic, pretty much. But yeah, so this is the front. It's this gorgeous, like, tealy color. Minty. I get my mints a bit better. And then, of course, this here is the spine. So let me get closer so you can see the spine. So here we go. Got this gorgeous, like, rose and thorn pattern going down. And it's like, it's simplistic. Like, there's not too much. And finally, we have the back, which is just a simple rose. And that's it. But in all honesty, I'm glad they put something on the back. It's better than... I'm sorry, there's just something about expensive notebooks with nothing on the back that bugs me. But I'm still be whining about it. It's so annoying. And of course, let's flip it over. Ooh. So we've got this gorgeous rose wallpaper style inner page on this one. Oh, that's cool. And it's like got a nice brassiness to it as well. And it goes really well with the cover as well. I'll admit, this is a nice one. Like, I think my bias has just become the dragon, but still, this is a really nice book. They've done a really good job. And now, finally, the knight. Now, I don't want to spoil too much because the reveal itself will speak for itself. But this one is called The Knight's Sword. And I'll be honest, when I first saw this book from afar, especially the square, because I got this one in square as well for a reason, it made me think, ironically, of Lord of the Rings. And as a kid, I was obsessed with Legolas. It didn't make me think of Legolas, but it made me think of Lord of the Rings. Let me introduce you to the Knight's Sword. Look at that. Let's get close. Look at this. Ooh, it feels really nice to the touch. This one's got that real nice touch. So it's got like this nice, like almost Celtic-y knot style border. Very medievally themed, this one. These gorgeous roses, got the sword. Look at that. Got this gorgeous sword coming down the middle. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. And of course, here is the spine. So it's got this gorgeous Celtic knot going down. We got another sword, but this time it's more debossed. So just the silhouette of a sword going in. And then we got the Celtic knots going down the side again as well. And this is the bit that made me overjoyed with this one. Look at the back. They debossed the whole back. It looks so cool. Look at that! Yeah! Look, so like I'll get close so you can really see it. But like, look at like the bossing of the pack. They've actually like bothered to deboss the whole thing properly. There we go. Look at that. That's so cool. Look at all the like, even like the decal within the decals. The amount of effort that went into this, man. So cool. I love this one so much. I'm flipping open. Ooh, okay. I wasn't expecting like a tangled vine thorn vibe on the inside, but not gonna lie, it kind of slaps. I like that actually. That's pretty sick. Look at that. Oh yeah, hell bet. Like, I'll be honest, like Archer of like this year. Archer doing well. Like, the last collection I really liked as well. Like, I like this one more. I'll be up front. I like this one a lot more. I am a fantasy nerd, and this is really right up my alley. But, like, Archer and Olive are doing incredibly well this year, actually. Like, yeah, like the last collection they did, I think was the beginning of the year. Like the Everyday collection was really nice, because it was like revisiting a lot of their old fantasy-esque designs, but like bringing them into nicer colors. So like, I'll give them huge props. Like I was a bit more critical about them in 2025. They had a few misses last year, but this year they're doing really well. And this collection is by far, since I first got into Archer and Olive, to me personally, the best thing that they have put out. Yeah, the Rose for Valentine's this year was gorgeous. Like, holy crap. Like, massive credit to their design team. They have stepped it up this year. And as a shill/consumer, that makes me very happy and my wallet very depressed. Now, before we get to the main event, well, let's be honest, it's all the main event. Let me open up the square version of the knight. Here we go. So this is the square of the knight. Now, you see why I had to go out of my way to get the square version of this one. Like, oh my god. I mean, for one, it looks like Sauron's eye, which is sick. Yeah, you see it. Yeah. And another, like, it's just something about the square just really, really works for this particular one. Like, oh my god, like, look at this, like, the even border going around the side. Of course, it's got the same decal running down the center, the same place, but just the spacing of it all just really works in the square. Like, the other squares for the other designs were fine, but this one, this was the winner. This was by far, out of all of the squares in this collection, the best one. Like the dragons looked the dragon looked good. The map looked pretty decent. Yeah, Rose was all right. Archer was Archer. But the knight was amazing. The minute I saw it in square, I was like, all right, I guess I'm getting you in 2 sizes then. Like this book, come on, man. Like, look at it. Look at it. It looks like Sauron's eyeball. That's so sick. That's so freaking cool. Like, oh my god. So freaking cool. Like, massive props. Archer slapping. Archer slapping this year. Like, holy shit. Archer doing good. massive props to the design team. I don't know what changes they made, but they made good ones. Holy crap. This here is the heirloom book. So usually, I think it's usually like spring and autumn. Like I think it's 2 or 3 times a year. I can't remember how many times a year. Archer and Olive will include an heirloom book with their collection. It's basically big fat notebook. They're letter sized for like American letter sizes. So basically for us in Australia, they're like a little fatter and a little shorter than an A4 piece of paper. But they're about as close as A4 as you're going to get. So this one is called the Once Upon a Time heirloom. Now, I'll admit, I managed to get this one in blank, thank God. This design is really nice. I haven't seen it in person yet, so it's going to be my first time with all of y'all. But, like, they've made some cool heirlooms. I think, like, their heirloom in 2024, the red one, that was really nice as well. But this is probably the first heirloom in an extremely long time with Archer that I've instantly fallen in love with. And let me show you why. Introducing the Once Upon a Time heirloom. Here we go. Look at that. It's like, it's even got like that smooth, like it's got the smooth leatherette feeling going on. So I'll get the strap out of the way so you can really see the details. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my god, look at that. That's so pretty. Look at all like the rose, like the flowers and the decals. Oh, that is gorgeous, that is. And here is the spine as well. Look at that spine. That's so nice. Look at that spine. Like the fact they've used a mix of white foiling, green foiling, and embossing just works so well. Nothing on the back, which is a bit of a wear, but at least with heirlooms, it's not uncommon. But considering how nice that front cover is, this is one of those few times I'm willing to forgive him for the crime. That's so gorgeous. And this is the inner page. This gorgeous silver with that same pattern you find in the corners. Whoa. Look at that. And it comes in blank. And like, look how big it is. Like, look how big it is. Like, that's my mitt. It's big. It's big. Big book. I mean, better yet, he's the little dragon in comparison to it. Like, and their pages are, like, they've got thick paper too. Like, it's 160 GSM thick. Like, for art books, oh, nom. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all wonder why I got an obsession? This is so freaking pretty. Oh my lord. That's a winner. That's a winner. That's just a winner. That's just a winner. Yeah, you can't, no, that's no bullshit. I don't think I've ever been this impressed with an Archer and Olive like collection. I'm obsessed with these books, but I sincerely don't think I've ever been this impressed with this collection, with an Archer collection. Like, holy shit. Obviously, while I know it's not the case, it does feel like this collection was made for me. Holy crap. So, all in all conclusions for the Enchanted Chapters collection of the Archer and Olive Shiny Notebooks. Yes. 11 out of 10. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, I will reiterate what I said before, and I'll say it again, and I'll probably keep saying it forever, and I'll probably keep comparing future sets to this in an unfair manner, but I probably won't try and say that out loud, because that's mean. This is by far one of the best, if not the best, Archer and Olive collection I've experienced in the past year and a half, and yeah, like, every single one of these books is gorgeous. I would fully recommend that if any of these appeal to you and you have the money, don't go blowing money for food on notebooks. Don't be me, I'm an idiot. But like, if you have the money, I would sincerely recommend getting one of these ones. They're absolutely gorgeous. If you live in America or you don't mind dying on Shipping Hill, using the code DRAGON on archerandolive.com will get you 10% off, because we love us some coupons. And also I get to run away with like $3 of coins and put it in my notebook basket for future shinies. But yeah, like, proper 10 out of 10, worth every second. Whoever designed these, good job. Beyond like a couple of them having naked backs, that's the worst criticism I've got. Like, this is a lot. This is a lot of the worst criticism I've got is some of the backs are naked. That's it. Thank you so much, the people on Twitch, for joining me for this recording, and thank you so much as well to the wonderful people on YouTube who are watching this video. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you like this nonsense, and I'll probably be back the next time Archer and Olive drops some more shiny notebooks. I hear there's a new sub box in the works, and so far, the spoiler looks alright. Have an amazing evening, morning, noon, or night, everyone. Thanks for watching, and without further ado, until next time, no more dragging out.